Hey guys, this is Saf, WB777 here, and today I'm going to do a special feature. We're going to look at WCW releases. These releases have been released by WWE themselves, and yeah, just going to take a look at them. I'm going to discuss a bit about them and the reason why you should pick this particular DVD set up or Blu-ray set up, and yeah, just generally just talking about these releases and what's good and what's bad about them. So we're going to get straight onto the video. We're going to look at the first title, and it's WWE The Monday Night War. This is a one-disc DVD set. This was released, I believe, sometime in 2004, and basically it just covers the Monday Night War between WCW and WWE, and it's like a sort of a sit down with I believe not sit down, sorry, it's just like a documentary talking about the run up to just the Monday Night Wars, and how basically WCW was beating WWE in the ratings, and for I think it was for 86 consecutive weeks, and you get to hear Eric Bischoff on this release. You get to hear from Gerald Briscoe, all other different candidates, and it's and at the time of the release, it's quite fascinating because up to the point there wasn't a DVD release or a set release chronicling the war, the Monday Night Wars between Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro, or WWE against WCW. So this was the first time that both companies or people in the companies got to sit down and talk about it, and it's a really great insight as well. And obviously at the time it was only just a one-disc set, so it wasn't that much thought put into it, but at the time it was a really good release, and basically it has like 86 minutes of DVD extras as well. You got a couple of matches from Raw and a couple of matches from Nitro. You got two big matches that turn Raw into Raw what it is today. Basically, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels versus British Bulldog and Owen Hart. Shawn Michaels Triple H versus the Legion of Doom. And you got two matches from Nitro: Chris Benoit versus Booker T, and Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan. Obviously, that historic match between Goldberg and Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Hulk Hogan was in the NWO gimmick, and Goldberg was coming in from his undefeated streak. So that was really intriguing, that match, particularly for the fact that if you would see Goldberg's undefeated streak end, but we didn't, and Goldberg won the match, and it was given away free on Nitro as well. So it was more of a pay-per-view kind of a match, but they gave it away free on Nitro. Eric Bischoff gave it away free on Nitro because he felt that WWE or WWF were getting back to the ratings were going up, so he wanted to do something to keep the ratings going or get even more high for WCW. So he put the match on Nitro to get some more ratings, and it did kind of work. But in the long run, they should have really saved it for a pay-per-view because it would have made more money, and more probably WCW would have been even more bigger. Even at the time they were quite big, they would have been even more bigger, and sadly they gave it away match free on Nitro. But it's great, it's a good match nonetheless, and yeah, those are pretty much the DVD extras, and yeah, I'll pretty much recommend picking this one up, especially just to hear the first insight of the Monday Night War between WWF or WWE against WCW, and Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro. So just show you the inside quickly as well. You just got the one disc set there and the leaflet as well. So yeah, I would recommend picking this one up if you can get it, especially it's a pretty rare release since it was released in 2004. Next one we're going to take a look at is a WCW the Monday Night, the very best of WCW Monday Nitro. This is a 3-disc set. This was released back in 2011. Showing a 3-disc set, showing you all the. Just quickly show you inside as well. Showing the best moments from Nitro from 1995 to 2001, and the set did so well that they released the Best of Nitro Volume 2, which is obviously available in America at the moment, but it's not available in UK at the moment. It's going to be released next week on April 29th. But yeah, this did so well that WWE released Volume 2, and I can see why this set did really well, because it just includes really great moments from WCW Nitro, from its 7-year existence. Is it 7 years or 6-year existence? 1995 to 2001. Yeah, sorry, 6-year existence, and it's a really great. It's a really great set, enjoyable set. It has really good moments featuring NWO, all the antics, some great matches involving DDP, Sting, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Giant, Goldberg, Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho. You got the tag team match, Randy Macho Man Savage, Hulk Hogan versus Nature Boy and Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. You got Sting, Lex Luger versus the Road Warriors. You even got the WCW debuts of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Scott Hall's debut particularly is memorable for his WCW. With the way he just said that was pretty funny. Always, every time I watch that debut from Scott Hall, it's just epic moment there. And yeah, even the WCW World Heavyweight Championship match between Hulk Hogan and Goldberg, which is on the Monday Night Raw set, but you get the proper match here with the full entrances. That set didn't have the entrances, unfortunately, because I didn't think they had the rights back then. Obviously, this release was released 7 years later. But yeah, just it even got the final match from Nitro, Sting and Ric Flair. So yeah, this is a pretty memorable set. I would really recommend picking it up. If you're going to pick up a WCW set, I'll really recommend picking this one up first, especially just for the awesome moments. So yeah, that's WCW Best of Monday Nitro Volume 1. Next one we're going to look at is the history of the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the title was incarnated by, I believe, about 100 years ago. Apparently on the document it's 100 years ago, but the title the title has a rich history from WCW, because it was brought from WCW into WWE back in 2002, and obviously this is WWE home productions, got matches from NWA and some classic old matches and WWE matches, but on this too, the matches solely focus on WCW, and the matches are particularly really good on this too. You got matches like Ric Flair versus Scott Steiner from Clash of the Champions in 91. You got Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair in a human cage match from Halloween Hogan 94. You got Ron Simmons' first and only world title win against Vader from Baltimore in 1993. You got Sting versus Vader from I believe Slamboree 1994. You got Sting versus Hulk Hogan from Super Brawl in 1998. Even got Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan on this set again from Nitro. So that's on 3 sets already. Pretty much overdone that match, but again, you got that match on here if you want to get that match. Get this set. You got Booker T versus Jeff Jarrett from Bash in the Beach 2000. Yeah, pretty much some really good matches on this too, particularly on this set. And I would just pick this set up just for the fact that just the WCW matches are pretty awesome on this set and really enjoyable. And you get like a short documentary as well discussing the history of the championship. And yeah, this is really enjoyable release. I would recommend picking this one up as well if you could pick it up. Next one we're going to look at is Starrcade, the Essential Collection. This is a 3D set showing you the top 25 matches from Starrcade, and yeah, this is really good release. Some really excellent matches here. Starrcade, WCW equivalent to WrestleMania. At times I thought Starrcade was better than WrestleMania because just for the matches they put on WCW on the night or on Starrcade, really memorable matches on here. Especially the most memorable match that fans will probably remember is Sting versus Hulk Hogan from Starrcade 1997, and that match could have easily put out WWF at the time out of business, and but luckily it didn't. So, but that match is a really memorable match, not for the action, just for the build up and aftermath and the celebration from Sting winning the World Heavyweight Championship, and just a really good, awesome match just to watch and to have. And you got other particular good Starrcade moments like Goldberg versus Kevin Nash for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, Goldberg's undefeated streak ending, Kevin Nash winning the world title. You got the memorable Steel Cage I Quit match, Magnum TA versus Tully Blanchard. You got Road Warriors versus Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. You got Sting versus the Great Muta. Really good match there for the Iron Man Sings tournament match. And you got Ric Flair versus Harley Race from the first ever Starrcade. So yeah, I really recommend picking this one out just for the great matches. Just really enjoyable set, this one. So that's the Essential Starrcade collection. Next one we're going to look at is the Rise and Fall of WCW. Again, this is a 3-disc set, and first disc on this set is a documentary discussing the history of WCW as a company and basically what it meant to professional wrestling. And as a whole, the documentary is pretty much okay. It's pretty biased, but the matches on the set are really good as well. And if you're going to pick the set up, I'll just pick it up for the matches. Not for the documentary. Documentary is okay, it's worth a watch, but it's too biased in my opinion. It doesn't really do WCW justice compared to the ECW Rise and Fall ECW documentary. That is far much better because it went more into detail compared to this one. Obviously, WWE always biased towards WCW for the fact they nearly ran them out of business, and they always hold that against WCW for that fact there. But yeah, I would just pick this up for the matches as well. Got matches like Rick Rude versus Sting. You got the War Games match, Team WCW versus Team NWO. You got Goldberg versus Diamond Dallas Page for the World Heavyweight Championship. You got Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan from Bash and the Beach 1994 for the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, pretty much some really fantastic matches on this set. I would pick up for the matches alone, but the documentary is worth a watch, but I wouldn't go expecting the documentary to be anything special. Next two sets we're going to look at is WCW Clash of the Champions, the best WCW Clash of the Champions, NWO The Revolution. These are 2-disc Blu-ray sets, so they've been upgraded to Blu-ray now. We're looking at the Blu-rays in terms of WCW footage on Blu-ray in high definition, and WCW Clash of the Champions, really good set here. Some really good Clash of the Champions moments and matches. Dusty Rhodes hosting this set. It's pretty good for what it is. Obviously, they could have included more matches on this set, but they did a good job in my opinion. Really classic cover there. You got Sting and Ric Flair from the Clash of the Champions. Obviously, their match from Clash of the Champions kicks off this set from 1988. And you got other great matches. You got Chris Jericho versus Eddie Guerrero. You got Brian Pillman versus Steve Austin. You got Midnight Express versus Rock and Roll Express. You got Ric Flair versus Terry Funk. Tag teams are really showcased on this set, particularly the old school tag teams. So it's a great set just to see the tag teams of old, and it is mainly just like an old school set. It just all includes old school matches. So if you're a big fan of old school matches, I would recommend picking this one up. So that's the WCW Clash of the Champions. Next, we're going to look at NWO The Revolution. This is just a set focused on NWO. Obviously, it was a big part of WCW. It's a 1-hour documentary. Documentary is not anything special, but just the moments and matches and promos and the segments and the Legends Roundtable you get exclusive to the Blu-ray is I would recommend picking it set up as well. It's a more definitive look at NWO. You ain't gonna get any other set looking at NWO. Only this set that's gonna look at NWO. Obviously they released NWO Back in Black. I want this set back in 2002, but yeah, this set is just includes some great matches. Not great matches, it includes some good matches from NWO's run in WCW. It only has one WWE match. That's the 2002 tag match, NWO versus Rock and Austin. And this is one of the first set that didn't blur the WWF logo. Just wanted to point that out, but that's nothing worthy of mentioning. But yeah, we picked this set up just to see the history of NWO and what they were all about. If you're like a new fan and want to know a bit about NWO, so that's NWO The Revolution. So yeah, that's been my look at WCW DVDs and Blu-rays, and yeah, really happy with all these releases. Some great WCW action footage to have on DVD in my collection as well. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed my look at WCW DVDs and Blu-ray or a feature on WCW. And I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you again. Stay safe.